Hey guys, I have seen numerous questions about using Magnum primers in a press with 9mm. Are they interchangeable? Can I use, instead of small pistol primers, small pistol Magnum primers? So I figured we'll just conclusively find out. I have these primers in my press right back here. I'm going to load 100 of them and then we'll take them to the range and see what happens. So stick around. I wanted to take a quick time out and mention F3 Tactical to everybody watching this video. This video is not sponsored by them, but they are very good friends of mine. They have been my go-to for gun parts, optics, magazines, apparel, and more for over a decade now. Their website has been recently expanded and contains all those items and more. The website is in the description below, and if you click on that link, anything that you buy from that webpage, if you use code GRAYDOG, you'll get a 10% discount on it, or at least most items. The guys at F3 are veterans. It is a small business, and they are super big supporters of the Second Amendment, law enforcement, and the military. And also, like I said, good friends, so check them out. So the seating effort on the primers feels exactly the same as regular small pistol primers. In addition, I don't know if you guys saw my other video on those Serbian primers that I had. Those things, if they were not perfectly lined up, it was very difficult to get primers seated. I'm not feeling that with these. These are going in super easy and super consistent, no real issues. Alright, that's 100. Let me just throw some more primers in there for when I come back another time, and put the primer warning stick back in. Now I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna take all of these and put them in an ammo box just so I make sure I know like none of the primers are sticking up or anything like that. Alright, 100 primers, 100 loaded rounds. Alright guys, normally, like I said, I don't bother putting loaded rounds into ammo boxes. It takes a lot of time. But when I'm doing something different and I want to inspect them, or if I'm shooting a match or anything where I care, just to make sure I didn't dupe any of the rounds, I'll put them in a box. One of the big things that I want to see when I look is, are all of the primers flush? Just to make sure that I seated them all properly. Guys, these were super easy to load with those Magnum primers. I'm assuming everything is gonna work okay, but we're gonna go to the range and shoot these, find out what happens next. So I am sure that this is going to come as a shock to almost none of you, but all those primers worked. All of them worked in the press, all of them worked in the gun. Every single one of those rounds went bang, flew straight. I had no issues with them. The recoil was the same in terms of what I felt between my other rounds that have the plain primers and these. I did not chrono them, but I bet you they're within 5 or 10 feet per second of each other. Really, the difference was negligible. And just so you know, for your reference, that load that I'm running is 124 grain RMR bullet. It's got 3.9 grains of tight group behind it. And it's, I think, at about a 1.124, 1.128 overall length. So it is warm for tight group, but it's not a hot load. This is not a Magnum load, but it's certainly at the top end of that powder charge. So, but it is a listed load. It's a safe load. And I saw no pressure signs on the brass. I had no issues. Guys, I know I've got footage still running, so you can see me shooting some more. But trust me, I shot all 100 of those, no issues. So I'm going to keep loading them with no worries, concerns, or qualms. Guys, if all you can find is Magnum primers and you're like, well, I wasn't using those before, and you have to switch, you'll be okay. I don't know that I would go switching primers back and forth if you're doing crazy stuff. I don't know that I'd want to do that, especially for precision rifle. But for pistol rounds, where the worst I'm shooting is 25 yards, and I'm getting reasonable results at all those distances, guys, Magnum primers will work for you just fine. I hope this has been helpful and maybe mildly amusing. You can certainly make fun of my shooting in the comments below. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.
Get 'em, Jay.